Hey, this is Celtic, and today I'm going to do the review of the NECA figure of Chell from Portal 2. I've been dying to get this figure for quite a long while, ever since NECA first announced her a while back, and I am so glad that I absolutely bought her at long last. And I was thankful enough that I should find it at Toys R Us, even though the Toys R Us I picked up at was like 30 miles away from me. She was definitely worth the pickup. I absolutely love her. From head to toe, she's greatly detailed. I love the articulation, despite this being not the best articulation figure, but it's alright. I mean, other NECA figures have like better articulation, which I'll get more into detail on that later. I do have a couple of gripes with that figure, and I will get more into detail on that later, but getting more the positive the sides of this figure, she's greatly detailed. I love the paint applications on her. She looks very, very cute and almost a good representation of her from the video game. Even though I haven't played the video game, I was still disappointed I didn't pick it up, especially when it comes to cheaper prices and so forth. But I will get the game eventually. But right now, I'm just going to ease the pain with enjoying this NECA figure of Chell, and I love her. She comes with a couple of accessories. Obviously, the one she comes with is the portal gun, and she comes with a base, which it's pretty bland, to be honest. I mean, like, I would expect to have like an aperture logo in the middle, or if not, some sort of portal design we come to know from the video game or from the artwork of so forth. But it's just black. I mean, the bottom is just black as well. Got some engraving of, Valve Corporation, copyrights and so forth. Nothing too exciting. But this pretty much almost looked like the floor design from the Portal games, except it was in white, but this is just in plain black. Like I said, the base is alright. It does serve its purpose from keeping Chell from standing up still, because unfortunately Chell cannot stand on her own, because her legs are designed is just, well, she can't really pull off standing on herself the way she is without the stand, and you're gonna have a difficult time for doing so unless you get some poses. But yeah, that's the base as well. But we'll get more into the portal gun, which she kind of goes into Chell's hand very nice and easy. Her hand's made out of soft plastic, so that way you don't have to worry about breaking her hands or breaking any off her fingers as well. And close look at the portal gun, you can see the aperture logo from the front near the barrel of the gun, which is very, very nice. Again, the top look of the gun, you can see there's a blue paint on it and the dot right there, as well as another Aperture Science logo, and with the word aperture beside it. I don't know if you can see that when my camera picks it up, and I do apologize, but it's there. One great thing about this portal gun is that it has an LED light, and you press the button on the bottom, it turns blue. Very nice. I love it. Very bright too, especially if you put in turn the lights off. Even though my camera won't probably do it justice, but as you can see, the LEDs lighting up a bright blue inside the portal gun, which is very nice. And see from the front, see it goes from there as well. And unfortunately, you have to press the button in order to light this portal gun. You can't actually have the button pressed or have it switched on to have this thing light up, which is really unfortunate. And not only that, you had the only light that can pretty much light up is just pretty much the color blue. You can't have it orange or anything like that, which is a shame, because it would be nice if NECA could incorporate a switch of some sort, to turn the lights blue and orange, as in the video game you have a blue and orange portal. But the blue light pretty much would do best. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. One thing you do need to be aware of when taking this portal gun out of the packaging is just these things surrounding the barrel of the portal gun, is that it's made out of soft plastic, and these could easily break if you're not too careful. So just giving you guys a heads up, because I almost come close to breaking this thing out of the packaging, and thankfully I haven't. So definitely keep on a lookout for that. Now getting a look at the figure herself of Chell, it looks very nice. I like how this detailed, or how her hair looks, is just amazing, and it's really a soft plastic, and it kind of worries me so if I don't take good care of it, this strand of hair would snap off, and I really don't like that. But the other strands are mostly coming out, but the strands on her forehead's painted on, which is very nice. So I can see from the side of her as well. Got the Aperture Science logo there. Very nicely done her tank top, and there's also some creases right there on the side of her breasts there. And looking at the back of her, there's also more creases in the shirt from the tank top. See the creases on the blue, say sports bra or something like that. I don't know. It comes to women's apparel. You can see the detail on her orange jumpsuit, very nicely painted. And unfortunately, I didn't notice until I actually opened the packaging, but there's a paint chip on her left leg of the jumpsuit, which doesn't bother me as much, but it's a lot better than the other paint applications from the other Chell figures they had in Toys R Us, because apparently there's some black paint on her lips. I don't know how the hell that got there as well. And the paint or chipping on her arms was noticeable. Paint splotches of blue and orange on her tank top, which is really annoying. I didn't like it as much. But the only paint application that pretty much I can live with but was noticeable is this gray part right there. It's very light. I don't know if my camera can pick that up, but you can see that it was not painted fully. It was like orange, like coming out. It's not too bad. They'll probably fix it later on. And there's like this orange wash going through her knees. Some nice detail on the pants and her boots as well. Nice. I like the nice white glossy paint they use on her boots. It's been a while since I played Portal, but I haven't know what these things are on the back of her legs or what's the proper term to use them. But I would just call them metal bracers. More than likely to help her, like, you know, not injure her legs from high falls. But not bad detail, but you can see how they're attached there. It's very, very nice. And these things are made of soft plastic, so I don't need to worry about, you know, made of hard plastic and snap off or break easily. But they are prone to that if you're not taking care of it well. So definitely, like, keep a watch out for that. One thing about her jumpsuit is that up near around her crotch area is that it's made out of soft plastic, so that way if you try to extend her legs front and backwards, they won't hinder the articulation, which is a very nice touch from what NECA did. I like that a lot. And then checking the back of the figure, see more creases going from the tank top all the way from the jumpsuit, and the back of her legs is some bit of an orange wash right there. Now getting a closer look on the head sculpt of Chell is just like amazing. I absolutely love how her eyes look. It's painted blue, but I don't know if my camera could pick that up, as well as the pink paint on her lips. It was very nice. I really like how her hair looks as well, especially in the ponytail. She looks very, very cute with the ponytail. Not really much of a big fan of that neck of hers. I mean, it's kind of a bit of slanted forward, and it looks really odd. I mean, it doesn't look too bad from the side, but if you want to pose Chell on her head, you know, from the side like this and so forth, it kind of looks, I don't know, it doesn't look too bad, but still, I wish the neck was a little bit more straight, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's a minor gripe. I really don't mind it as much. One gripe I have with this figure is that she doesn't hold the portal gun that all secure. Pretty much, like, she holds alright with one hand, but the thing is, you know, the hand's not really too tight on the portal gun, is that it kind of like moves around too much. It's like, it's just a bit loose. I really don't like that as much. See, even more like so. It's like it. I don't know. Like I said, I wish it was a lot more secure. But then again, if it was, then you probably had to be careful by putting the portal gun on Chell's hands and so forth, and then you probably could lead to breakage a lot more easily. But it's understandable. And besides, the only best way to hold the portal gun is have Chell have her left arm holding underneath it. That way, you can have some nice pose like that and so forth. Articulation for this figure is that her head is on a ball joint, which goes fully rotate at 360 degrees. She moves up, she looks up that much, down just a little bit. Her arms extend outward just that much, and her arms also rotate 360 degrees. Single joint elbows to swivel left and right. Her wrist rotates, and she's got ab crunch, which pretty much crunches forward just that much and back just a little bit. She's got a waist swivel that kind of goes left and right and can rotate 360 degrees as well. Leg articulation is like kind of a bit similar to Marvel Legends, which pretty much a joint. If you rotate the upper thigh, and you have the arm, the leg extended outward, forward that much, as well as extend back, just like that as well. And she got a single joint knee that probably goes almost 90 degrees, and she's got swivel as well, which is kind of interesting. Didn't see that in a figure. Well, since like I don't collect figures that much, or starting to, I don't see that featured that much often. The articulation is not that bad, but it could have been a lot better. Like, she wish she could have like a ankle swivel, or if not ankle pivot. It would have been really nice though. But the articulation is really great. I really don't mind as much. So without a doubt, I do highly recommend this figure. This is an absolute must for any NECA figure collector or a fan of Portal in general. But then again, who cannot be a fan of Portal, especially Chell, because she's a great figure on her own. Especially, she's a great character in the video game as well, and I love her. The amount of detail, the paint applications is amazing. Nice LED portal gun. I mean, this is like the best NECA figure I've owned thus far, even though I'm pretty sure there are great NECA figures before her, or soon to come out, than Chell. But that's my opinion about her, and hopefully this review will help to determine your purchase of your own Chell figure. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.